It's your boy Barto and that bros. Today, brothers, sisters, let's take our time because this story is important. Like when we talk about British-Nigerian excellence, like when we talk about women who shape the culture quietly but powerfully, ENNY's name has to be in that conversation. So today, on the very first episode of Accolades, that's what I'm calling this series, Accolades, where I give people their flowers because I feel as though people aren't giving their flowers until it's too late. So why wait until they're gone or they're about to go or they want to go? Let's give it to them right now. Now, today's the very first episode of Accolades. Like I said, we're giving flowers to someone who didn't just make one hit. She made a statement. Like she made black women feel seen. She made the UK stop and listen. I need to tell you ENNY's story. This is the story of ENNY. Now, I've done my research on her because I feel as though in order for you to fully get into an artist, for you to invest in an artist emotionally, you need to know about the artist. True or not true? So I've done my deep dive. We're deep enough for this particular video. Now, ENNY was born on 9th of December 1994 in Thamesmead. She's from Thamesmead, southeast London. It's like a working class area. She was born to Nigerian parents, and she's the baby, the youngest, 6 kids. So she has 5 other siblings. Crazy. So you can imagine she grew up in a busy, loud household, but loving African household. And we all know how that goes. Like, you know, in her house, had many soundtracks, many people playing different kinds of music. You had gospel from her mum, jazz and soul from her siblings, hip hop from older people around the area, garage and, you know, UK sounds from around the area as well. And just from listening to her music, I feel like that musically shaped her without her even realizing. It was like a big stew of different kinds of sounds and genres. So, you know, from young, she was writing lyrics in her school book, sometimes even writing in church. You know, we listen, we don't judge. We can write wherever, as long as she keeps bringing us those positive vibes. Now, when she was young, she played keyboard, she danced, and she explored different creative lanes. There wasn't no, you know, dramatic like struggle story with her. She grew up just like many young black South London girls grew up. So there's no fake rags to riches narrative. She did have identity pressure, if we would call it that, you know, growing up as like a dark-skinned black girl in London, trying to find her confidence, trying to feel beautiful, trying to feel visible. And, you know, one day she made a song that spoke to that exact experience. But we'll get there. We will get there. Now, a lot of people don't know this about ENNY. Although she studied music in college, music wasn't actually her first dream. Where she actually wanted to work was in film. She studied film and she tried to enter the film industry, and she even worked a bank payments job because she was trying to save up for a camera. That's how bad she wanted to get into the film industry. And you know, sometimes God will give you one gift that is inside of you, and no matter how far you try to run and try to do different things, it always drags you back. So while she was chasing the film dream, she was still freestyling. She was still writing bars, still humming melodies, still writing inside of her notebook in secondary school. And eventually, she realized it. Film was something that she liked, but music was part of her identity. It was actually who she was. So around 2019, finally said, I'm not playing anymore. I'm not gonna play with my talent. I'm not gonna downplay my talent. So she started dropping freestyles online. Nothing flashy or anything like that. Just bars, honesty, and a lot of soul in what she was delivering. You know, that rawness. And it caught attention. It wasn't hype, wasn't clout, just realness. And then in April 2020, she dropped her first official single, He's Not Into You. Now, I would call it like a soulful, poetic story. It's like a storytelling track. Kind of song that, you know, lets you know that the artist actually thought about what they were writing before they wrote it. So it's very introspective. But little did she know her life was about to change in a big, big, big way, because later that year, she dropped that that song that Black London, Black diaspora, they felt it like genuinely in their chest. Peng Black Girl. Now, she features on that song. Well, she doesn't feature in the song, it's her song, but she features Amia Brave. And they delivered something that maybe some would say that the UK wasn't ready for. It was a celebration of black girls, different skin tones, different hair types, different walks of life. Song that said to black girls, you're beautiful way that you are. You're enough. You matter. In a world that it rarely centers around black women, let's be real. And he did something that was revolutionary just by being normal and honest. Like I said, she didn't have no like dramatic rags to riches story. She's actually profiles like a normal girl, normal and honest. Now, that song actually then transcended her doing a Colours remix of the song with none other than Georgia Smith. That video, like the exposure, the visibility, like it took her from someone that was like a rising talent, somebody that was a global voice for black womanhood. A breakthrough, we're gonna be honest, and nothing to do with no controversy or drama like you see like a lot of artists do. They want to pull off publicity stunts and that's how they start off their platform. But she didn't do that, because what she represented people that were underrepresented. That's powerful. So from there, went on in 2021 to release her debut EP, Under 25. Now, in my opinion, this project, it felt like, how can I explain? It felt like I was sitting down with a friend and they were just narrating their life and hearing all the things that they would never tell just anyone. Talked about navigating adulthood, genuinely being confused, which a lot of people don't come out and admit that they haven't got it all figured out. Talks about her identity, her relationships, her expectations, and you know, she's storytelling in general about society, the pressures of being like a young black woman in the UK. And the project itself, under 25 project, it was rated by critics, you know, it's championed by radio stations like BBC One Extra, you know, the whole shebang, you know, MTV, Guardian, Apple Music, they all got behind it. And for a good reason, because it was a good project. It wasn't trying to be, you know, the loudest voice, the voice that is saying, hey, look at me, I'm here. It was more trying to be true herself. Now, fast forward to 2022, 2023. It was more of a quiet period, but it was a more important period because I feel like she took the time to learn herself. This was about like growth and maturity, time for her to heal, to grow as not just as a woman, but as a writer as well. You can see her growth. And if we get into April 2023, now she's getting even more introspective, more reflective, more vulnerable. And I feel like vulnerability is something that artists, they need to be vulnerable, because allows people to relate with you. You need to see your human side. A lot of artists, they profile like demigods, almost like someone that can do no wrong. And I believe that this is a breath of fresh air for her to be somebody that profiles like the normal human being. It was more soulful, it was more her, it was more any. Like themes on this particular project, they were universal things that everybody goes through, like, healing, self-discovery, of course, building your confidence, going through grief and speaking about dealing with it. And again, confusion, like finding your place in a confusing world, like figuring it out as you go along. And for me, these kind of themes, her revisiting these themes that we all relate to, like it proved that she's not just here for a moment, like she's here for a career. Now, she matters. She matters in this space. That's one thing that I can guarantee. But let's be honest. She raps. And with rap in the UK, and in music in general, let's be real, in music, let's just not isolate rap. Music, it's still a very male dominated space. So when women get spotlight, it's more often than not, it's for aesthetics, big bum, big breasts, or big breasts, whatever, aesthetics. Get what I'm trying to say? More for that than substance a lot of the time. And with ENNY, she didn't go down that lane. If anything, I would like to say that she refused to go down that lane. She built a lane of like soulful rap with it's extremely feminine energy. Like the energy is feminine, pure and feminine. It's a lane that I would like to say that it celebrates women being soft, vulnerable, while still being intelligent, dropping gems and cultural. Like, if I'm gonna be real, she made dark skinned girls feel beautiful. She made black British girls feel like they had a place in this space, like they felt represented. And most importantly, she made Nigerian girls feel seen. She showed that rap, it doesn't have to be aggressive or violent for it to make sense. So I feel like she bridged the identity gap of being British and African at the same time. So her rise is part of a much bigger movement. It's like the rise of the Nigerian diaspora in British culture. And I would like to say in media, music, fashion, and storytelling. So ENNY's contribution is quite unique. She gave a voice to the experiences of people that are usually silent. These are the things that we're all going through, but we're not outwardly speaking into the universe that we're going through these things. I want to flip the screen. Do your own thing and search up ENNY. But let me just give you a taste. I don't want to get copyright strikes or anything like that, but I'll play like 4 or 5 seconds of ENNY's most prevalent track, Peng Black Girls, just so you can get a taste what's going on.
Peng Black Girls in my area cold, dark skin, light skin, medium tones, pumping braids, got mini afro.
Yeah, I don't want to get copyright strike. Don't copyright strike me. I'm just promoting the girl. But yeah, that's what she's going on with. And if I was to go on Spotify right now, she doing numbers, man. 1.8 million monthly listeners. It's crazy. Look, tens of millions on her top tracks. She's going in. She's doing her thing for real. Check her out. ENNY. ENNY. Now, I stumbled upon this particular, I wouldn't even call it an interview. They called it a reasoning. It was like a group discussion between legends, UK rap legends, Kano and Bashi. And you've got Posty over there. He owns Grime Daily, GRM Daily, which is a platform for the space of UK rap. So it made sense for him to be a part of that discussion. And there's a topic that I keep on echoing, that there is a disconnect between black men and black women in the UK. And I'm so happy that she highlighted this. This is what she had to say about it.
Unity within our communities, especially like as young black women, but also just as black people in general. I felt like there was a disconnect, especially amongst like black men and black women. And so I feel like that line was just more the conversation about us coming together in that. I feel like there's a little bit of a edge between black women and black men, and I think a conversation needs to be had about it. And so it's just about highlighting that.
You can already see where her mind is at. You can see that she is very, very, very introspective. She is very, very thoughtful. She's like a thought leader for this, and I'm here for that. In all honesty, I'm here for that. Bruss, I'm here for it. When I heard Peng Black Girls, it took me back. Let me flip the screen. When I heard Peng Black Girls, it took me back to when I first heard Black Boys. Now, anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm a big Bashi fan. If you don't know who Bashi is, look him up. Bashi, Bashy, and type in Black Boys. That song, incredible. But at the time, when they brought the song out, as far as I know, they started banning it on TV. They were banning it so many different places. And you already know why. Because the minute that one thought leader starts to get black people to congregate, you don't even know what's going to happen. It's unpredictable. It could be an uprising. Like, black people then decide, okay, cool, we're going back to Africa now. Who knows what will happen? I don't know. But they banned it. They actually protested against that song reaching its highest potential. And this song reminded me of that song. So this group discussion between Bashi and ENNY is like, it's like a full circle moment for me personally. Like, he even talks about it right here.
I was saying to ENNY earlier, like, I came across your music in 2020 and it was Peng Black Girls, right? And I was like, wow, because that kind of made me feel like, gave me that feeling of when I wrote Black Boys. And I was like, whoa, like, I don't know, man, it just filled me with something. I watched the video, you were in traditional wear, and it's just like, wow, this is crazy. This is someone like proper being their authentic self, where I felt like I couldn't be like that fully at the time. So that gave me, you helped to give me the confidence to be like, nah, man, I can be myself. So moments like that as well.
I grew up like this is like a very sick moment for me, because I studied your lyrics. Like, I can recite your Tim Westwood freestyles, like that kind of like intensity. So even hearing the album, when I listened, it was like a fulfilling moment of my younger self, because it was like, you've grown up and you're an adult now, and I'm an adult. So there's like a new perspective, and it's like the wordplay, like everything's sick, the beat choices, and so it's like a full circle moment of you, me watching you in a weird way. So like, yeah.
You can obviously see that she draws inspiration from legends, and I feel like that is a very pivotal thing for a great artist, for them to look before them and see what people before them have done correctly and implement that into what you're currently doing. I even remember that there was a part of Peng Black Girls where she even sampled Kano. Funnily enough, that she's in that discussion with Kano. She sampled Kano. That's what made me think she is a student of the culture. Let me flip the screen.
I don't have a gang with me, but I still walk with a gangster lean.
See, I got a gang with me, and we all walk with a gangster lean.
See what I mean? The reference is there, man. She definitely respects the culture. She's definitely a student, and I'm with that, man. I'm with that, and I'm with her 100%. Now, the other day, I saw some news that she was quitting music. And I thought to myself, Bruss, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't quit now. You can't quit now. You're an important part of this culture. You can't quit. Now, let me show you this video where she was explaining that she's quitting music and she's starting a cleaning company.
I actually set up a camera and spoke into a camera like this, so this is very bizarre. Before I get into it, I just actually do want to say thank you to everyone that's, to all you guys that have supported music. Thank you for every listen, for rocking with me. And yeah, I've never actually feel like I've actually said thank you. And so if you've been with me from the day dot, thank you. So just to be very transparent, I'm quitting music. Yeah, someone always said to me, if it stops being fun, I should stop. And it's kind of stopped being fun. And so I also have actually found new interests and new opportunities that I wanted to look into, which is also why I'm making this video, because I just wanted to be transparent. I am starting a business, and I would also hope that you would follow me on the journey of the business also, and lock in with me. So if you would actually follow the page that's below, just to see where we're heading next. And yeah, I think it's time to just start moving in a different direction.
So yeah, she said she's quitting and she's starting a cleaning company and she wants you to follow her page. They even all had an advert. Look at the advert, man.
Luxury isn't just about what you own. It's how your world feels. At Peng Black Girls Cleaning Services, we elevate everyday spaces into sanctuaries of calm. Every surface polished to perfection, every detail refined with care. Our team brings precision, discretion, and a touch of serenity, transforming your home into a place where time seems to slow. Because true luxury is peace of mind. Peng Black Girls Cleaning Services. Peng Girls, Penger Houses.
Listen, Russ, I was so convinced. I was so convinced that this was real until I came across this. Now, this is the website. This is the website of the company, or this is at least what it looks like. And then I came across this, the cover of her newest single. And it shows the same kind of hat with a cleaning glove. This was a marketing ploy. Now, let me flip the screen, man. This is where we're at. This is just where we're at now. In order for someone like ENNY, that is a storyteller, a culture shifter, a voice for Black women, a symbol of the British-Nigerian experience in its truest form. The story isn't loud, not messy, it's not chaotic or anything like that. No drama or anything like that. In order for her to cut through the noise, she's got to do publicity stunts. This is where we're at right now. We're not tuning in naturally without these things. And it is sad. It's sad. We need to change the narrative. Stop sleeping on people at ENNY. Now, my people, drop your thoughts below. Let's celebrate ENNY properly. Now, and if you know another British-Nigerian woman who deserves her flowers next, let me know in the comments. This is the first episode. But Accolades, it continues tomorrow. We move. Bruss, I'm out.